He was the frontman of the band Nirvana, but apparently his life was anything but heaven. Our number 9 unforgettable tragedy is the suicide of rock icon Kurt Cobain.
He's somebody who was very, very talented, achieved a tremendous amount of success, but was very, very troubled.
As the lead singer of Nirvana, Kurt Cobain was the flannel-clad godfather of grunge.
What Cobain did was open up a hole in the culture where a lot of other things could come through.
Kurt began his music career in the mid-'80s in underground nightclubs around Seattle.
He became involved with his first band in 1987, which went through a variety of names, eventually became Nirvana by 1988.
Cobain's band shot to fame in 1991 with their second album, Nevermind, and the hit single, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Nevermind was Nirvana's breakout album. It made them international superstars. It was the forefront of a musical revolution.
It was a shock. It was Nirvana who took Michael Jackson and MC Hammer off the top of the charts.
The singer's lyrics captured Gen X angst, but they also expressed something darker and more personal.
Kurt Cobain was kind of the Jack Kennedy of Seattle alternative rock. He could do no wrong. And everyone knew he had a dark side and knew he had secrets, but we were still willing to sort of overlook all that because he was just so amazingly talented.
At the start of 1991, Cobain began a tumultuous relationship with fellow rock rebel Courtney Love.
They both had, lived on the street. They'd both been homeless. They'd both been outcasts. Neither one had had a very strong upbringing. They both were looking for the kind of love and acceptance.
With Kurt's newfound relationship and stardom, his drug use started to spiral out of control.
There is no doubt that the volatile relationship between Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain contributed to his drug use. People who use drugs want to have fun, but they also are looking for an escape.
By the end of '91, Courtney was pregnant. The couple decided to get married the following year. But Kurt continued to struggle with his heroin addiction.
Heroin entered his life and left his life and then took control of his life. As it is for so many people, it was a refuge and it was extremely destructive.
He also had chronic stomach problems, and he had said that heroin was kind of the only thing that dulled the pain, so I think that's another big reason why he turned to it.
The singer managed to keep it together on stage, but behind the scenes, Cobain was inching closer to his breaking point.
Kurt Cobain struggled with heroin for a long time. He tried to get help. Other people tried to get help for him, but it never really took.
Then, in March 1994, Cobain went missing.
He went into rehab, but he literally scaled the wall to get out. He disappeared. People didn't know where he was.
Police are looking for him. Private investigators are looking for him. Courtney's got her other bandmates looking for him. The nannies that work for the Cobains are looking for him, and no one can find him.
According to published reports, sometime on April 5th, Cobain entered a small room above the garage at his Seattle home. In the quiet, empty space, the 27-year-old wrote a letter explaining his desperate frame of mind.
It famously quoted a Neil Young song and lyrics from it, and Kurt said it's better to burn out than fade away. And everyone knew that that's really how Kurt felt.
On April 8th, 1994, 3 days after Kurt left his note, the world heard the tragic news.
The electrician was going to do some repair work. He went up to above the garage. He looked inside. He saw a man lying on the floor. It was obvious this man is dead from a shotgun wound to the head.
Kurt Cobain was feeling a sense of hopelessness and helplessness and didn't see another way out other than the way out of taking his own life.
Whatever the singer's reasons, Cobain's suicide left fans inconsolable.
Kurt was, for many people, his generation's poet. And they read his lyrics and they related and they felt. There was a kinship between him and an entire generation of disaffected young people.
Thousands gathered in the rain outside Cobain's Seattle home for an impromptu vigil. Via tape recording, a grief-stricken Courtney Love read her husband's suicide note to the crowd.
The worst crime I can think of would be to pull people off by faking it and pretending as if I'm having 100% fun. Thank you all from the pit of my burning, nauseous stomach for your letters and concern during the last years.
Cobain joined the ranks of rock icons Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin, who all died at age 27.
It leaves so much to the imagination. I mean, think of what he could have done if he had lived. He was so talented.
When we return, why did a fatal accident land this TV heartthrob behind bars? We'll reveal his tragic mistake and the news events no one saw coming.